This week proved why electric vehicles don't work for driving, and they actually don't work for saving the world from climate change. Tesla reported earnings today. They missed fourth quarter estimates. Evidently, people don't like to buy electric cars in cold weather or when the economy's not doing well, because electric cars don't always work in the cold weather. Ford is cutting output of battery-powered F-150 Lightnings. Chrysler, Dodge, and Jeep warn of a bloodbath as the Tesla pricing war continues, and it will, because Hertz is going to sell 20,000 of their EVs. Many of them are Teslas. GM stopped selling the Chevy Blazer EV due to charging and software issues. So electric cars are not going to save us. It's clear. Climate change enthusiasts, though, may have a new way to save the globe while they fly to Davos on their private jets. Climate change lockdowns. Because there's a group of people who warn that climate change could be worse than COVID. Smart people, people like Bill Gates, say this is the existential issue of our time. Fine. So they're using this as a justification to propose some pretty wild stuff. Banning short flights, for example, in France has already happened in the name of carbon emissions. In-home temperature mandates already happen in Texas and Colorado. There's the carbon taxes on travel that could be coming. 4-day school, 4-day work weeks, remote learning, and allowing to work from home, say, for a climate day, canceling school, et cetera. Limitations on access to power by local governments and utilities, all are on the table. Kurt Bardella, Democratic strategist, LA Times contributor, former GOP Oversight Committee advisor, is with us now. Kurt, I see you smiling. I don't know whether to be worried or think that you're amused.
I'm amused, Leland. I'm amused in this case. Listen, I'm someone who absolutely believes that the climate crisis is real, that we do have accelerating and increasing extreme weather events that manifest themselves, whether it's winter storms, whether it's drought, whether it's extreme heat. Those are very real. And those are things that we should absolutely do everything we can to try to protect certainly our children from. I'm all for having a extreme heat advisory where our kids maybe don't go to school that day and don't expose themselves to bad air quality. That said, the idea that we're going to start doing things like mass-produced vehicles that consumers clearly don't want makes no sense. The idea that we're going to use government to incentivize things that clearly there is no market for makes no sense. The idea that we're going to create an entire infrastructure around something that we don't have charging stations for that don't work in bad weather makes no sense.
Well, it may make no sense, but we're doing it, right? And there's a lot of folks in the Democratic Party who are quite enthused by it. 77% of elites, this is new reporting from the Wall Street Journal, some fascinating polling, support, quote, strict rationing of gas, meat, and electricity to fight climate change versus 28% of everybody else. More than two-thirds of Ivy graduates favor banning things like gas-powered cars and stoves and inessential air travel in the name of the environment. More than two-thirds. More than 70% of average voters say they'd be unwilling to pay more than $100 a year in taxes or costs for climate, compared to 70% of elites who said they pay from $250 up to, quote, whatever it takes. How is there a realization, and maybe it's happening, maybe this is the conversation we had to have, but evidently not at the White House because they're still talking about EVs. Is there starting to become a realization in the Democratic Party that the climate change war, if you will, where anything is justified because of how dangerous climate change is, might be a losing proposition?
I sure hope they're realizing that it's a losing proposition. There is nothing more, frankly, offensive than a bunch of overprivileged rich people trying to tell the masses what they can or can't do in their own vehicles, in their own homes. Are these rich people going to live by these mandates themselves? These mandates wouldn't even affect them. You know why? Because they don't have to worry about things like childcare. They don't have to worry about getting around. They have their private planes, as you said. So the idea that someone in a private plane is going to tell someone a working class family, a single mother,
Kurt, we can all agree that's John Kerry, right? That's the guy who was chosen to be the climate czar, who was flying in his private jet while telling everybody how they couldn't have coal-fired power plants.
Yeah, the hypocrisy is on display. And again, it is downright offensive.
All right, fair enough. Good to see you as always, my friend. We'll welcome you back to Washington sometime soon. Speaking of